We ask him, the Most High, to continue to show his mercy on our leader, Prophet Muhammad, his household and companions and followers, till the day of accountability. Today, we are discussing a night that differs from any other night. A night that is so special that Allah did not grant any ummah except the ummah of Rasulullah. A night in which the Quran was revealed from Lawhul Mahfuz to Bayt al-Izzah. Complete Quran was revealed in the night of power. In the night of power, Allah described the night in the whole chapter of the Quran, so that it will be very clear. And luckily enough, all Muslims memorize the chapter. The chapter is so easy and simple that every Muslim have that chapter in memory. But it's not enough to memorize, but it's good for you to know the content and implement. That is the beauty of knowledge. Allah has made the night of power to be a special night. He said, we revealed the book, Al-Quran, in the night of power, the night of majesty, the night of blessing. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. A blessed night. In fact, it is in that night that Allah distributes all budgets. Budget of what will happen throughout the year is budgeted in the night of power. Anything that will happen, those who are going to be rich, those who are going to be poor, those who are going to live long, those who are going to die, those who are going to be sick, that is decided in the night of power. It's not ordinary nights. That's why Allah asked himself, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. What tells you, what defines, what describes exactly the night of power to you? Then Allah answered himself. Because nobody can answer that question. Because you don't know the magnitude. You don't know the length. You don't know the breadth. You don't know how big Lailatul Qadr is. Then the All-Knower answered. He said, Lailatul Qadri khayrun min alf shahr. The night of power is better than 1,000 months. When Allah is said is better, you cannot know what is the addition of the betterness. But rest assured that is more than 1,009, at least 1,001. It can be 2,000, it can be 10,000. Khayrun min alf shahr. But if you take the only 1,000 months, which is more than 80 years, and the meaning is that if you are lucky to worship Allah and accept that ibadah in that night, equivalent to more than 80 years of worship without sinning. Record of goodness attached to your 80 years without sinning. Nobody can achieve this. That was why this ummah is the best ummah ever raised for mankind. Because no ummah will achieve such achievement in a night. No ummah. Allah is saying, all the ummah of Rasulullah, look for the Lailatul Qadr, enter paradise to the highest level. So we should appreciate. We should appreciate what Allah has given us. And not only appreciation on the tongue, our action should prove we are appreciating the gift Allah has given us. If you are lucky to get 40 of Lailatul Qadr in your life, it means you have a record of goodness of 80 years of each of the year times your 40 Lailatul Qadr. Look at the reward of what you have been given, which you did not work for. So it's a blessing that cannot be quantified by writing, or by talking, or by documentation. It is only Allah who knows what has been prepared for those who have gotten the night of power. And that was why Rasulullah re-emphasized so many ahadith, particularly on Ramadan, and especially in the last 10 days, and more especially in the night of power. Abu Huraira said, the Prophet ﷺ said, whosoever is lucky to coincide in prayers in the night of Lailatul Qadr, Allah will forgive him all his sins. And Abu Huraira, Aisha also radiallahu anha said, Rasulullah ﷺ said, seek for that night in the odd nights of last 10 days of Ramadan. Seek for it, which is the 21st night, 23rd, 25th, and 27th, and 29th of the last 10 days of Ramadan. Also, she said, Rasulullah sallam used to be very, very energetic and active in worship in Ramadan, much more than any other month. And he used to be more active, more committed in the last 10 days of Ramadan. And that brought about the issue of itikaf. Itikaf is a complete camping. Camping in the mosque. You dissociate yourself from any activity worldly. You become spiritually inclined with dhikr, with Lailatul Quran, with giving charity, with a lot of prayers, istighfar, salat al-nabi. You will restrain yourself to only connecting yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your itikaf. Rasulullah sallam used to observe 10 days of itikaf, the last 10 days. But in the last year that Allah will call him back to him, he spent 20 days in itikaf. 20 days in itikaf. And Aisha asked him that should in case I coincide with the night of power, what should I say? Rasulullah sallam told her that she should say, Allahumma innaka afoon tuhibbul afu fa'afu. Let us make effort. Shaitan will not like it, but let us make effort, more effort, in seeing ourselves through achieving the night of majesty, the night of power, the night of blessing, the night that is better than 1,000 months. Here we should not forget our dear country, Nigeria. Nigeria, whether you like it or not, is facing challenges, numerous, uncountable, and to be specific, the challenge of insecurity, poverty is biting highly, whether we recognize it or we don't recognize it. Surely people are suffering from artificial poverty in this nation. And nobody will save us. No amount of calculation can save us than to go into prayers. And luckily we are in the month of prayers. And last 10 days about economy. Let us intensify sincere, committed, dedicated prayers to this dear country of ours. We don't have any other place to go than this nation of ours. Let us secure it with dua. May Allah accept our dua, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us peace in this nation. Allahumma izzal Islam wal Muslimin wa dammir a'da'ana a'da'aka a'da'ad-din. Allahumma alayka bil kafara wal fasaka wal fajara alladhina yukiduna lil Islam kayda. Allahumma alayka bihim fa innahum la yujizuna. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.